Hello everyone and welcome to the Fully Booked Penguin channel. Today we are going to settle in to a little reading vlog. Now I am testing out this little microphone today, so if things go horribly wrong with audio, I'm sorry. So today's reading vlog is actually going to be focusing on Korean novel, Korean manhwa, and then Japanese mangas. And we're just gonna have fun. They are usually quick reads. I mean, the novel is longer. It's probably the biggest one we have. And the rest, really, I mean, they're gonna be so quick and easy and breezy, which honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably needed. I needed something nice and cozy and breezy. It is currently 20th of February, or the 21st. 21st. And I've read one book for the month. So we're going to get through these ones, so I feel like I've accomplished something. So book one we have is Lout of Count's Family. It's novel number 2. And it is by Ryeo-han. And it is following Kale Hennetis. He's dealing with this terror organization in a book that he used to read. He has taken over the body of this Lout. Anyway, in this one, well, he's trying to get more divine power objects so that he doesn't get hurt. But along the way, he's trying to also support / get rid of all his loose ends, i.e. people that he feels he must support so they can continue on with their lives successfully. So that's book 1. Book 2 is Villains Are Destined to Die. And it is by Suol. But the original story is by Gwon Gyo-il. This is volume 2 of Villains Are Destined to Die, and this we're following Penelope. Our girl is the villainess in an otome game that she was playing, and she's on hard mode, trying to woo someone as the villainess, but everyone in the game seems to hate her. And honestly, she's like, oh, this family who's pretty trash, is pretty trash. But I have to stop them from trying to kill me. So there's that. Anyway, so in this one, I believe she's off to visit or meet one of the love interests. The knight, I think. Oops, I think I spoiled myself. But she's off to visit the knight, who is one of the possible love interests and who she thinks is probably going to be the easiest / best option that's not going to actively try to murder her. Book 3 we have here is Yona of the Dawn, volume 28. Look, we're pretty far into this series. So I think anything I try to say about what this volume is on is probably spoilers. But anyway, the clan are off to a new spot, I believe. I believe the Fire Tribe were confronting some new people. And so the Yona clan were going to go help out. And then we have volume 10 to 12 of a Skip Beat, which is a romance slice of life manga. It follows Kyoko, our fake redhead, as she is continuing on in the acting industry. She's about to star in Tsukimori, which is Dark Moon. She's playing the scarred, rich, mean girl, pretty much. She doesn't love the character. She's much more interested in princess characters and kind characters, but she is the evil character. And of course, Renny Ren, our male lead. Ren is struggling. He's on the struggle bus in this one. So we're interested in continuing on with this one. So yeah, 10 to 12 of Skippy. And those are our books. I may have already started on Lout of Count's Family. We are on the plane, in fact. I started it on the plane and then I read some more on the plane back. I felt very sophisticated and it was really nice having a little book to read while flying high above the ground. Would have been much nicer if I was flying on a dragon. But sometimes our dreams can't come true. But I am at page 122, and it is a 364-page book. So I am a third of the way through. Isn't that exciting? And it's such a fast read. So I'm having fun. I doubt it will take as long once I actually just sit down and read. I'm a little distracted because I'm tired. Hoping that this microphone has done good. because that will be awkward if it has not. So yeah, well, let's get to reading, and I'll update you along the way. I guess I could give you a quick update now. So currently, Kale is going to a seaside to look at some whirlpools, and before that he was dealing with everyone thinking he was a hero and him being like, oh, please, I would prefer you not to think I'm a hero. I would prefer you all thought I was just weak but lucky. But I will also take the monetary reward. And yeah, and so now he's off to some whirlpools, where the whales and the mermaids reside in the ocean. Believe it or not, the water mythological creatures and beast folk do live in water and are fighting over water, and that's where we're at. So let's continue with our beloved Lout. We are halfway through Lout of Count's family, and Kale and the current crew, which is different from the first crew. We've still got the dragon and the kittens, beast folk, but we've picked up some whales at this point. So Kale's been plotting away, and currently we are in the dark forest of the Hennetis land, and Kale is getting more ideas and more happy coincidences happening. Little discoveries, little plottings. So we are up to chapter 14. Now each book has 9 chapters so far. The first book had 9 chapters. This one also has 9 chapters. And so we have chapter 14 now we're up to. Not like this. 180 pages to go. Obviously I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I've been listening to some music from my iPod with my little headband earphones, Bluetooth, and then I've got my Yeti with a hot chocolate, keeping it hot, even though today is a warm day. It's becoming a bit more overcast, so it's nice. It's nice sitting here. I also have my little water here. So I'm going to continue with this joyous edition. Currently I'm just having fun discovering Kale's plotting. So our young 4-year-old dragon has been nameless, and Kale just named our dragon. Our dragon was refusing to name himself. He was like, no, Kale will name me. And Kale just named our dragon. That is so cute. Oh. Anyway, I thought I'd just let you know that Black Dragon now has a name. I mean, the meaning of the name is Joyful Dragon. You take away the meaning of his name, it sounds really cool. So, and Joyful Dragon is still a good name. Hey chickies, I have just finished volume 2 of Lout of Count's Family, or second novel. It was so much fun. They had different sections. We had the conclusion of the ending of the first novel, then we had the whirlpools, and then we went to the magic tower, and then we went to the forest. So we've had different sections being introduced and wrapped up, and then we also have started a bigger plotline of revenge for our dragon, who now has a name. Anyway, I loved it. Obviously now we have to wait for the 3rd novel to come out. Very sad, but sometimes you just gotta wait on these things. So with that one finished, we are now on to our 2nd book of this manga, visual novels and light novel. And I'm going to go with maybe a manga. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Yona of the Dawn, volume 28. I can't remember where we're up to. I think currently in Yona we are doing some sort of war stuff. There's a battle, I think, approaching because some of the Kai to the north. Anyway, I think one of the Kai clans are coming and attacking the fire tribe, the fire nation. So rather than the Fire Nation attacking it, is someone attacking the Fire Nation, and everything's about to change. So yeah, let's continue on. Okay, so I stand corrected. So the Fire tribe did have a battle, but well, let's say the battle is already done with. I just forgot. I kind of remembered once I started, but they're off with Kyoga, i.e. Teijun. And they're off to the Fire tribe's castle. Now, other than Kyoga, his brother doesn't really like the presence of Yona and the dragons, and it's causing a bit of chaos. Namely, a little accident may have happened. I have a bad feeling. The thing to note about Yona of the Dawn is that it's not a cute fantasy. It is a lot of dark themes. Obviously, there's a war and different battles and things going on, a lot of political intrigue. Obviously, it starts with the death of Yona's father, King Il. I mean, it really sets it up for a bit of murder and mayhem. So while there are funny bits and romantic bits, the romance is very slow burn. It is so slow burn that we're up to 28, and while one of them has confessed, the other is gathering up the courage. So they're not really together. Something's going to go wrong in this section, I think. And I don't exactly want to witness it. But as I say, there's bits you laugh at, and then the next minute you're in anxiety-ridden political intrigue. So I think in early volumes of Yona, I was just eating it up. I was having a fun time, and just while they were really serious moments, I was still having fun reading about it and even reading about the serious moments. But now it's getting so dark and sort of plotting that it does give me a little surge of anxiety. So I still enjoy it, but it is different. It's a slightly different feel now than what it used to be. But anyway, going to continue on and hope no one dies. See, I don't put it past Japanese novelists, writers, animators, directors. I don't put it past any of them to give them bad endings or sad endings, because they love their sad moments, and I need joy in my life. But this has been joyous, but there's always the possibility is never zero that this will end with everyone dead. Okay, so the advisor to Suwon is currently in the Fire tribe, but Taejun's mother is obviously there as well. But they come across the mother, and Ao, the little chipmunk, runs over and gets some little seeds from the mother. And Blue Dragon's it's alright, Ao trusts her. And Huck's there I think she just trusts anyone who feeds her. And Blue Dragon's is just well, obviously anyone who feeds Ao can't be a bad person. Obviously, Huck. Obviously. Duh. And I have to agree, the moment she fed Ao, I was oh, she can be trusted. I hadn't even gotten to Blue Dragon's bit, and I was there's a trustworthy soul. She's on the good side. Well done, Mum. Go Mama Bear! Aw, Huck is also mad! White Dragon just called the other dragons his brothers. Stop it! The family dynamics, the found family in this is impeccable. These darn people need to stop going after Zeno for his flippant immortality. He's already told them, no matter if you eat his flesh, drink his blood, it's not transferable. If it was, he would have tried it before now. If at all possible, he would have
made other people immortal ages ago. Stop experimenting on our lad. He is the oldest lad, but he is still a lad king. I see Yoon as the Maknae, but Zeno also gives youngest energy, okay? Youngest of the dragons, even though he's the oldest of the dragons, okay? I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is. Huck giving the advisor like stalker status is one of the greatest things that could have happened in this situation. He's like, dude, you're a bit of a creep. You know, stalking is like bad, right? If you could just not, it would lower your creepiness factor by about a 10th. You're still creepy and evil, but it would reduce it by just a fraction. Why are the advisors always evil? Why?
Okie dokie. So I have wrapped up on Yona of the Dawn, volume 28. They leave you on a cliffhanger in this one. And I do fear for Yona. Well, mainly, look, Yona is a main character, so I don't really doubt that she will come to any major harm. But the dragons have been through so much torture and mayhem, and creepy cult leader has returned. Let's just put it that way. And I'm not excited. I dread what's about to happen. There were some funny bits through it, and as I say, I made a few comments, so I don't need to rehash that. But at the very end, we got Chimney Sweet Blue Dragon, and then Blue Dragon with Ayo in little chibi form. And for those who may not know, haven't been following the Yona journey to this point, I am a big Blue Dragon fan. I would die for Blue Dragon. So if Blue Dragon dies, I don't know how I'll continue on with life, because, like, no. I would have to come up with an alternate reality and live in it instead, because there's no way. It's so good, but so stressful at the same time. Our next book is going to be Villains Are Destined to Die Volume 2. This is a manhwa. It is a fantasy. Again, there is romance, but I would consider it a slow burn. She is trying to capture a target, but I don't think she's really serious about falling in love. She's just trying to survive. I do believe she's trying to win over the target, but I don't think her heart is in it. At this point, at the very least, maybe later in the series, she might go from just trying to survive to, I actually do have feelings for this bloke. But at the moment, it's pure survival. It's pure, I want to beat this game so I can survive and leave you all behind because you all suck. And honestly, fair. And enjoy some more of Penelope's villainous, not so villainous journey. Because so far, other than being a bit splurgy with the riches, which they can afford, and honestly, the way they treat her, she needs some splurging just to do some, what do they call it? Retail therapy. She needs actual therapy, but instead she was doing retail therapy. But now she's cut back on that too. So now she will probably still need therapy by the end of this. But she hasn't done anything wrong ever. Even the villainess version of her in the game, when it was their heroine's route. Did she really do anything too bad at this point, at least? Anyway, so we're going to see her try and track down one of the love interests, which is a knight, but I think he's like a slave at the current moment. I'm like 15 pages into this book, and already, like, I'm so sorry, but the eldest brother, who's not her brother, but you get the gist. The Duke's son, the eldest Duke's son. What a trash farm. He's like, I don't know whether they're trying to win me back over, but at this point, I don't think he'll ever win me over. he's like, why are you addressing me as young lord instead of brother? And he's so like confused over it. I'm like, have you been witness to your behavior to her entire life? Maybe because I don't know. I'm kind of getting vibes that you suck. This guy either has no brain or he just really thinks he's done nothing wrong, which I think it is. He just feels he has done nothing wrong, and that Penelope is like the scum of the family. But at the same time, why would she hate him? Shouldn't she want his affection, even though he has refused to be affectionate this whole time? Anyway, we do not like whatever his name is. What's his name, even? She just calls him Young Lord. Reynold is the other brother. What's his name? I found the list. Okay, Derek. Derek is trash, and Reynold is same level. Callisto, who is the crown prince. Honestly, I have no real opinion of him. I mean, he did slice her neck. But, I mean, what a way to go. Anyway, and then Sorcerer Dude seems fun at this point after reading Volume 1. We don't know much about him. And then we have the one she's about to meet, which I have no opinion of because we haven't met him. Anyway, I just came on here to tell you that Derek is scum, and I don't think I'll ever forgive him. Thank you for coming to this TED Talk. Let's continue.
And we have completed Volume 2 of Villains Are Destined to Die. Here's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure this is fantasy. With maybe, I think there's meant to be a side of romance, okay? But at the moment, there is zero romance in this. There is not even a skerrick of romance. And all the love interests, or like people she's trying to win over, she feels nothing but dread. And honestly, I am in the same boat. Whenever I see any of the male leads on screen, I'm like, woof. When will you leave? But our girl has to escape the world, so she's forced to deal with all these fellas. Now, she did avoid the crown prince. And honestly, I'm not sure whether that's the greatest idea, to avoid the crown prince. Because what if not going to his party makes him want to kill you? I mean, going to the crown prince's birthday party will probably give him reason to try and as well. Anyway, so we did meet Eccles, and we did meet the sorcerer dude, who is just known as Bunny Man. From this point forward, he will be Bunny Guildmaster. Along with Penelope, we do know his true identity, but I choose to pretend we don't. Like Penelope. We are pretending, no, the only bloke we know is Bunny Guildmaster. Now, as always, the art is impeccable. I adore it, but I'm also sus of Nightman. He is at like 25% likability, but I think he only likes her because she's got the ring on. Whenever she's around him, she pats him like, good job, but it's always with the ring that like is connected to his little necklace that, you know, it's meant to keep him from going rampaging and murdering her. It always involves the ring, so I don't think he truly likes her. He's just trying to win over the ring bearer, really. His likability might be for the one ring that rules them all. You know, I'm not convinced. He doesn't give me main character vibes either. Honestly, do any of the blokes give main character vibes? Maybe the Crown Prince gives main character vibes, but we haven't really been in contact with him either. But I feel like because she's avoiding him so much, he's got the most potential to be the main character. But we will have to see as I continue reading the series. I gave it a 4.5, mainly because I took a 0.5 off because I really don't like Derek. Derek is just an unlikable sod. Maybe there's something we don't know. Maybe there's something that's redeemable about him, but at this point in time, there really isn't. So Anyway, so we are another book down. Now all we have is Skip Beat with Makyoko. And as I've already mentioned, currently she is going to become Mio, which she's not really looking forward to, but she got swept up in the emotions of the moment because Ren said he would do it, and the director had been told that Ren wasn't going to do it by President Takarada or Lori, and then Ren was like, don't worry, I've gotten permission to do it. And he was like, ah! And then Kyoko was just wrapped up in the joy, the director's joy, and just pretty much agreed to be Mio. And then she's like, wait a second. No, I don't want to be Mio. Anyway, so I suspect she might grow to like Mio, but we shall have to see. Anyway, onwards to book 4, our final book, which is technically 3 volumes in the one, but it's technically 1 book. Mio just appeared. Mio has arrived. Oh, she is so cool. Cruel, but also cool. And she's in a little bit of trouble because she ran off set, but it'll be fine because Mio is on the scene now, not Kyoko. Mio. She's really fully into her role. A little early to be in the role, but I think it'll work out. Oh, she's just, look at that face. She is so good at having those angry eyes. Adorable. No, just adorable. Director isn't as impressed, but look, he's been having panic attacks and more poor lad, and this will help. I swear this will help. We have finished volume 10 of Skip Beat. It's so good. The early parts are great, but when it gets down to this sort of, sorry, I think I butchered it before. Give me a second. So, the current director's version is called Dark Moon, so I was correct. But it is Tsukigomori, that's the original one, and he's remaking it in like modern time adaptation. But his father made the original Tsukigomori, and he's feeling a lot of pressure, the director, because he doesn't want people to just say it's like a repeat. He wants to do better. It features him having a few panic attacks. But then Mio came along and his little heart was getting a bit concerned there. But, I mean, look at it. She's pretty. She's slightly scary. She's making them shiver in fear. And she's really embodied the role, which we love to see. So now it's up to Ren and the rest of the cast to catch up, really, because she is paving the way for this Dark Moon. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Now, I believe the anime features up until the end of volume 12. So we're almost there. The anime only showed part of the story. Currently, everything has kind of been included in the anime. There was one missing scene with Moko and her co-star, which is like the young lad. But really, it's pretty accurate otherwise. But I feel like Ren's part of the journey, they did skim over some of it. So I'm excited to read the full account of Ren in Dark Moon and his preparations. And maybe he'll get some help from Mio, who is now the most profesh of all the staff on the Dark Moon set. It's hard to believe that this little cutie turns into this. Turns into this. Oh, she's savage. It's just acting. It's okay. It's okay. we have finished the next volume. Ren had a bit of a tough time, but I think it's on the improve with the help of Bo, the chicken. Let me find him for you. Bo the chicken was being a little chef. Oh, look at his chubby cheeks. Chubby cheeks. He was doing a segment where he cooks guests like disliked foods and makes it better so that they love eating it, and they're like, oh, this has that. Like the guest hates carrots and Bo cooked it, or Kyoko cooked it into something that she couldn't believe was carrot. But yes, our Bo chicken helped out. Here, I'll find him again. I love the out of context clip. This goes around in the skip beat community, but according to that chicken, it was a big rant, and then according to that chicken, he was a little salty about it being a chicken, to be honest. He's like, I got love advice from a chicken. What the heck? Anyway, so we're on to volume 12. And I believe Kyoko had plans to visit as Bo again. Because Ren doesn't know Kyoko is Bo, and Bo does not want Ren to find out, to be honest. Because Bo knows things that Ren would not want Kyoko knowing. So we're just going to continue and watch Ren discover his main character energy again, which will be intriguing because this part wasn't in the anime and I was salty about it, but it's okay. It's okay. I stand corrected. So this here is the closing scene of the anime, but everything else in volume 12 they don't include. So it kind of just skips from him making a realization to her greeting him in a little school uniform. So it's just that the anime stopped early, okay? It stopped at a weird point, and everyone should have witnessed the rest of this volume 2. Everyone was robbed, is what I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted. So let me experience what I was robbed of in the anime. Have a cozy little time. Alrighty, I have wrapped up on the last volume of the 3 volumes of Skip Beat. It's so good. Now the romance does kick in volume 12, and I'm loving it. As I say, I missed that when they did the animations. It adds to it, and I mean, the way they finished it in the anime left room to go on, and because it's an incompleted series, nothing is wrapped up, okay? So they would have had to keep making the anime for all of those volumes. 48 I think we're up to, that I own. I know there's probably a couple more that are out. But it's just so nice to have Ren, but it does leave on a bit of a cliffhanger, like Yona, but not as high stakes as Yona. It makes you want to go into the next one, but it's not quite life or death. But that actually brings us to the end of our little Korean and Japanese marathon. Do I just want to continue on with each of these series? Absolutely. But alas, other books are calling my name. Each of these books had a different charm to them, very different plots, and levels of anxiety about them. Skip Beat doesn't really have much anxiety. It's just cute, funny, and intriguing, because I love the whole acting and the roles she takes on and the roles Ren takes on. It's just so cool. This one is because you're just trying to fight alongside Penelope and you hate everyone but Penelope, and you just want to see the best for our gal. Yona of the Dawn is 100% stress-inducing. I just want my baby dragons and everyone else to be safe. But there's a war going on. And this one, there isn't really any time to be stressed, but there is a lot going on that he's preparing for. So if the things he's preparing for start to go awry. It could be stressful, but it's really just funny, and everything that comes up is just like seeing how he deals with it in his silly, goofy way. Kale. And this is why I love every single one of those series. But that's all from me. I'm going to let you go, and I shall see you all in the next video. So until next time, peace.
T26